Y'all are crazy. I mean crazy. Like there's not enough words to explain. I'm Y'all, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Where is Neva? Where is Neva? Where is Neva? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
Hello, family. Welcome to another episode of Where is Neva? Where are you? Where are you on your transparency journey? I hope you are enjoying this ride. I hope you subscribe, like, comment, share, and share. Okay? Because right now, we're going to have a deep conversation because, family, I'm tired. I'm tired. We are talking today about fragile masculinity and toxic masculinity because both of those terms be hurting people's ego. But it's time to talk about this. It's time to have conversations about this because I'm not the only one that's tired. Clearly, because there's a movement out that says protect black women. Why? Why is there a movement that says protect black women? Ding, ding, ding. Because black women are not being protected. That's why. Maybe not recently, I published a video about why I left Tanzania. And I talked about how I got threatened. I got threatened by a grown-ass man because he felt like he was entitled to me after me saying no. Yes, I went on a few dates with him. I was interested at first. Until the red flags started getting redder and redder and redder, I was like, nah, I'm cool. I need to back up. It's okay. It's okay for people to say no. They don't got to say no right in the beginning. They can get to know you and be like, this is not working out. Everybody doesn't work out for everybody. It is okay. So first and foremost, let me clarify that video. I don't even have the words to say to now even thinking about that video. Y'all got me fucked up. Not everybody, but a good handful of y'all got me fucked up. And yes, I'm cursing. I don't used to be cursing, but I am. Because y'all not about to sit here and victim blame somebody who was threatened. Y'all need to cut it out. If you watch that video in its entirety, I talked about how women around the world are being harassed and threatened and killed over entitled men. Does this only fall on men? No, not at all. The problem is entitlement. The problem is fragile masculinity. The problem is toxic masculinity. Are all men toxic? No. Are all men fragile? No. So don't misconstrue my words, because y'all like to do that too. Don't misconstrue my words. But there is a such thing as fragile masculinity and toxic masculinity. Fragile masculinity is when men don't know how to be told no. And they get hurt. And then they start victim blaming. And then they start cursing you out because you didn't give them what they thought they were supposed to have. You are not entitled to anything. Nobody owes you shit. Even if you give, don't give if you expect. Give of the kindness of your heart. It's okay to give. It's okay to receive. But the only thing is, when you do give, don't expect things in return. Because that's when the expectation is when you get your feelings hurt. I am a giver. I love giving to people. And so, yes, God and whoever the higher power is blesses me because I am a giver. If we are so entitled and feel like we just own, that's the capitalism mindset. And nobody has time. We see where that has put us. If you don't want to be a giver, don't be a giver. But don't feel entitled to somebody because they're not giving to you in return. And let's talk about that situation into a deeper context. People, women, get threatened even if they say no. Okay? There are cases, situations where women reject a man in the first time that the man offers something, and they still harass them. They still blame them. They still hurt them. They still kill them. So what is it? So are you supposed to reject, or are you supposed to accept? Me personally, I've been in situations where I've rejected men and they cursed me out. And I can tell you a situation. I was in DC and this dude came up to me and was asking me for my number. I was like, no, I'm okay. I don't really, nah, it's okay. Thank you though. Thank you. Trying to be nice. He was like, well, you don't want to give me your number? And I was like, nah, I'm okay. Like, it's cool. Just give me your number. I was like, nah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Next you know, his phone's in my face. I'm like, fuck, okay. Let me just give this guy my number. But in my head, I'm like, I'm going to give him a fake number because I really don't want to give him my number. This guy continues to ask me, why am I not giving him my number? So I'm like, okay, fuck. I give him a fake number. The reason why I even stood there in the same spot was because my friend was talking to her friend and I wanted to make sure she was good. So anyways, I gave him a fake number. This dude calls a number. The number ends up being a landline. Next thing you know, this man is yelling at me in the middle of the club talking about, you don't think I could do better than you? You don't think I could do better than you? And I'm like, whoa, hold on. I wasn't even trying to give you my number in the first place, but you kept on asking, and then There's been times that I had to lie to men to say I had a boyfriend so they would get out of my face. And even if I said I had a boyfriend, there were times where men would say, what he got to do about it? I want your number. So what are you trying to say? Family, what did you all trying to say? The problem is entitlement. It has nothing to do with a woman. People should not feel entitled to somebody else. You are not entitled to anything. You're not entitled. Yes, that man took me on a date. Okay? It's okay for a man to court a woman. And it's okay for that woman to accept and then realize a little bit after that she doesn't want to keep on being bothered. It's okay. Now I've addressed the issue. But wait, first. There was also a situation that happened just recently of a woman in Harlem, okay, where she was going to go get something to drink at the liquor store. This group of men were inside the liquor store and offered this woman to buy her a bottle of wine. The woman said no. The man then get upset and then asked her, oh, so you think you better than me? I don't understand where this terminology, like, dude, is this in training of like, do you think you're better than me? Why does anybody think? Nobody thinks that. Anyways, the dude was like, do you think you're better than me? And she was like, no, I don't think I'm better than you. I'm okay. I can buy my own wine. Thank you. Next you know, the group of men chased this woman outside of the store, beat her up, and tried to bite her. No, they did bite her, bit her forehead, and almost bit her eye. So once again, y'all want to continue to talk about saying no, but clearly that doesn't work either. So what is the fucking problem? The reason why there's a movement called Protect Black Women is because Black women are not feeling protected. And y'all still want to sit here and blame Black women. I got on YouTube to share my story so Black women could understand that they are not alone. I got on YouTube to share my story so that we can have an open conversation about what we can do to fix this problem in hand. The man who threatened me in Tanzania is not the only man that does this shit. Because clearly, the men are also in my comments. The one that want to say, oh, well, that's what you get. That's what you deserve. Clearly, that's what you all do too. Y'all feel entitled. No woman owes you no sex. No woman owes you no kiss. No woman owes you no hug. No woman even owes you a smile or a hi. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. But I'm done giving y'all my energy. I'm talking to the black women who deserve better. My black women. You deserve better. There are men and people out there that want to give you the love that you deserve. Invest in yourself. Get the help that you need to heal the wounds that are in your heart. With that situation, I realized that I wanted to invest in therapy. Therapy has helped me to understand that I deserve better. That I deserve love. I deserve genuine connections. And to be able to see red flags before they get even redder. I realize that I'm a person that always wants to love and give people my love. But I also realize that everybody's not deserving of my love. And I don't have to love closely. I can love at a distance. What happened to me is unfortunate. It is not my fault. Black women, what happened to you is unfortunate. It is not your fault. You deserve better. You are loved. You are honored. And I will go to war for you. So let's talk a little bit more of what toxic masculinity is. Let's talk a little bit more of what it is. Because yes, I said it. Catcalling. Hey, you over there with that black dress. Catcalling is toxic. Not accepting rejection is toxic. Oh, you ain't even that cute anyways. Toxic. Feeling entitled is toxic. Wow, so you're not gonna give me all of that? You're not gonna give me that butt because toxic. Being emotionally unavailable, is toxic. That looks like not sharing your feelings. That looks like not opening up and sharing your hearts. But also understanding your emotions are your emotions. Do not put your emotions and feel like somebody's going to fix your problems. Nobody will fix your problems. You got to fix your problems. Go get your help. Go get your therapy. It's okay to share, but also know that you have to fix it yourself. So not fixing and getting the help you need. Toxic. Stroking your manhood. Well, as a man, we don't do that. Because I can't cry as a man. Men don't cry. Toxic. And that's also emotionally unavailable. Toxic. Men, you are okay to have emotions. You are human more than anything. Allow yourself to cry. It's okay. And if there's a woman that tells you, I don't like my men crying, then they're toxic. Run. You deserve to have emotions. It's okay. But also understand, nobody can fix your problems. Go get your help. Whereas Neva has a beautiful directory where you can find you a life coach and a therapist to help you get that emotional stuff together. It's okay to have emotions, but you are in charge. The problem is how you react to your emotions. If you get emotional and start hitting on stuff, are you threatening people? Or are you hitting on yourself? Or cutting on yourself? Or whatever. That's where we need to find the help. Okay? Okay, family. Can the church say amen? So like I said, does toxicity classify under only men? No, not at all. But as a whole, there's a term, masculine toxicity, because we have not allowed our men to have emotions. We have told our men not to cry. We have told our men that they can't have feelings. We have put men in these boxes since they were little boys. And that's where the problem relies. They don't belong in these boxes we put them in. Men are allowed to have emotions. Men are allowed to cry. Men are allowed to be vulnerable. They are humans. They are humans. And my black men, my men, you deserve to be in spaces that create that for you. If you're not in a safe space where you can be vulnerable and open, remember, like I said, people can't fix your problems, you have to. But if there's not a space where you can openly share, then that space is not for you, and you need to back it off. Go and invest into therapy. Go and invest into life coaching. Go invest into the help you need. Because there's help out there, family. There's help. I promise you. There's help. Like I said, not all men are toxic. There are men. There are men who are emotionally available. There are men who feel like they aren't entitled to anything. There are men who don't catcall. There are men who want to love unapologetically. There are men like that. There are men. There are women. There are people. So, we just have to constantly work so we can be more of those type of people. And that looks like getting the help. Investing. Unfortunately, a handful of us, a good amount of us, have been through some traumatic shit. Through some things that are not our fault. But just because it's not our fault doesn't mean it's not our responsibility to heal it, to get the help so that we can fix it, so that we won't recycle this trauma. This trauma has been cycled and cycled and cycled and cycled and cycled and cycled over. But when are we going to stop it? It's for us to do that. It's for us to do that. Protect black women is bigger than a hashtag. And if we do not protect the very black women who give us life, what do we have? Black liberation is because of black women. Let me repeat that again. Black liberation is because of black women. If we strip and it hurts our black women and constantly attack our black women, we are going to get and be in a deeper hole than we are today. When are we going to do better? Protect black women and not just put it on your hashtag, Twitter, social media. Don't, we done all that. You see your black brother catcalling a black woman. Tell him, dude, that ain't cool, bruh. That ain't cool. We ain't doing that no more. If you see some man being disrespectful to a black woman, hey, dude, like, let's stop. We're gonna cut this out. Protect black women. Stand for black women. Be there for black women. They deserve. Get out of my fucking comments yelling at me because I deserve better. For the people that show me the love, yes, I love you too, family. I do. But we have to do this together. The reason why I have these conversations is because these conversations need to be had. The problem is people don't want to have these conversations. Everything is in secret. That's the reason why R. Kelly is in jail. Nobody wanted to call him out for what he was doing. People were hurting R. Kelly when R. Kelly was little R. Kelly. But nobody wanted to call out or help little R. Kelly. That transformed to R. Kelly being in jail now. And black women being hurt now. The cycle of trauma constantly repeats itself because nobody wants to talk about it. We have to talk about it. so that we can fix this. We deserve better. People are causing harm to people, not knowing that they're even causing harm, because there's a lack of conversation and communication. I did a study for Where's Neva about masculine toxicity, where I interviewed a group of black men, asking them questions about their sexuality, asking them how they feel about the term masculine toxicity and how they even approach women. One of the guys that I talked to me about how he used to be a police officer, and he was going to arrest a young black boy because the black woman he was intimate with wanted to file a rape charge against him. The black man the black boy did not understand why he was getting a rape charge against him. That is when the black police officer had to tell him, it's like, if a woman tells you no, regardless if she just not do anything else, if she says no, then that means no, don't do anything else. He didn't understand. He didn't know that was a thing. We need to constantly repeat this over and over and over and over again so that our young boys, young women, won't continue the cycle. There are young boys that are men now who have had their first sexual intercourse with an older woman. Do you not understand that's rape as well? But we don't talk about that. So there are black men who are also victim to this stuff, but weren't allowed to share this information because nobody created space for them to do so. So what are we going to do? How are we going to do better? So what do we do next? I'm a firm believer that cancel culture is not what we do. That is the reason why I didn't tell y'all that man's name in Tanzania. I just don't agree on canceling people out, because we are all human and we all have made mistakes. Again, people should be held accountable. So I did what I thought was best. I went to the police. I went to the church. I told the U.S. government service, whatever, and I told all of them because I felt that that was best. And then I prayed on it. But to give you all his name on social media, to find him, curse him out, yell at him, and ostracize him? No. Because hurt people. And we have to end the hurt. And by ending the hurt doesn't mean canceling people out, but getting them the help that they deserve. That's why I told the pastor, hoping that he will give him the help that he needs and he deserves. Hoping that he can be the mentor that he needs, that he deserves. We have to create this community where we can help foster these conversations so that we can end this trauma. So that we can give the mic to the victims, so that that person who caused the hurt can now have the mic, but then still be held accountable. What does accountability look like in these situations? I'm not exactly sure, and that's a conversation that we need to have as a community together. But to throw them away as if they're disposable is not okay to me. Because everybody deserves chances. And if people don't even know what they're doing is hurting people because they are mentally not there, then we need to figure out what are ways we can get them there. For example, the great Malcolm X assassination was because of his being ostracized. And groups of people not liking him. And then he was killed off. Who knows what Malcolm X could have been now if he still was alive. We will lose on so many great people if we continue to cancel each other out. instead of building a community that can foster healing. I share my story with hope that we will build a community for fostering healing. We deserve. To the men who have hurt me, I forgive them. I forgive them for myself because I deserve better. So I ask you all to do your work. Do your work. Do your healing work. Invest in yourself. Find the help you need, the help you deserve. Ask yourself those hard questions. Who am I? Where am I from? What have I done to hurt people? What can I do to not continue this cycle for the generations beyond me? How can I heal myself? And if you need help with those questions, go and invest in that help. Find a life coach. Find a therapist. Find somebody, a mentor. You deserve. We can no longer cancel each other out because that does the job for them. Building a community that fosters healing gives us the resources to help each other, not only each other, but ourselves. Foster a community of healing, of truth-telling, and from that's when we hold each other accountable. We become open to rejection and understand what's not for you is not for you, and that itself is a blessing. We do our work. We each have work to do. From unlearning traditions, from loving our inner child, from unlearning lessons that we have taught ourselves, from relearning things that has helped us as a child and beyond. We do our work and find our community that will help us foster that inner work that we deserve. We have stories to listen to. Just because something isn't your truth does not mean it isn't the truth. Just because it isn't your truth doesn't mean it isn't the truth. Whereisneva.com is a space where you can share your stories, listen to stories, find guidance, tips and tricks and tools to help you on your transparency journey, as well as find a support system, a directory of Black wellness experts globally who are doing the work on the field that want to help you through your transparency journey. You are not alone, and together we can heal. Together we can heal. Together we can do it. None of us are perfect. Get your life. Get your help. We need you. Much love, family. Let's get it together. Love y'all. Bye.
The most respected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. And as Muslims, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to respect our women and to protect our women. And the only time a Muslim really gets real violent is when someone goes to molest his woman. We will kill you for our woman. I'm making it plain, yes. We will kill you for our woman. We believe that if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men and place the same penalty over the head of anyone who puts his filthy hands out to put in the direction of our women.
Where is Neva? Where is Neva?